the 20,000 finance from mein son. Idainger Dudain Geist Wine. 6 Grand Prix was all about the usual stars. Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton, their faces were everywhere, their reputations preceding them as they strode confidently to their cars under the dazzling lights. Their names filled every headline, their cars the focus of every camera. The world's attention was glued to these titans, every move scrutinized, every gesture analyzed by millions of fans and pundits alike. But in the Mercedes garage, rookie Leo Vance sat quietly, a late replacement barely noticed. He was a shadow among giants, his presence almost invisible amid the chaos and excitement swirling around the favorites. He'd qualified 8th, respectable but unremarkable in this field. For most, it was a position that meant little more than a chance to finish in the points, not to make history. Pundits dismissed him as a seat filler, predicting he'd fade fast. The experts barely spared him a sentence, convinced his story would end quietly, lost in the roar of the front runners. The crowd's attention was fixed on the front. Vance was a forgotten footnote. Flags waved for the favorites, while the mid-grid drivers, like Leo, received little more than a passing glance. Yet, as the formation lap began, Leo's calm focus set him apart. While others felt the weight of expectation, Leo found clarity in the quiet, his mind sharp and undistracted. No pressure, no expectations, just a rookie with nothing to lose. For Leo, this was a rare opportunity, a chance to prove himself without the burden of legacy or hype. The grandstands buzzed with predictions of a classic battle among the titans. Fans debated strategies, rivalries, and records, certain that the race would be decided by the usual suspects. No one imagined the real story would come from the number 44 car. It rolled to the grid with little fanfare, unnoticed by most, its driver quietly preparing for the unknown. The lights were about to go out, engines roared, hearts pounded, and the world held its breath for the spectacle to begin. The world was ready for another familiar race. Commentators braced for the expected drama at the front, unaware that something extraordinary was about to unfold further back. But the most unexpected story of the season was about to begin. In the shadows of legends, a new contender was ready to seize his moment. The underdog was waiting in the wings. As the engine screamed and the lights prepared to drop, Leo Vance was poised to turn the world's attention his way, if only for a fleeting, unforgettable moment. The race exploded into action, but chaos struck early. An unpredicted downpour turned the track into a slippery nightmare. Cars spun, leaders faltered, and the safety car was deployed. Pit lane became a frenzy as teams scrambled for wet tires. One championship favorite spun out, another lost time in a disastrous pit stop. The established order crumbled in the rain. Amid the mayhem, Leo Vance stayed cool. He pitted cleanly, avoided mistakes, and quietly climbed the order. While veterans struggled, Vance's steady hands kept him in the race. By the time racing resumed, he was up to 4th. The commentators finally took notice. The rookie had survived the storm. With a clear track ahead, it was time to see if he had the pace. The race was wide open. As the track dried, the playing field began to level out, and raw talent took center stage. The conditions were treacherous, but for some, it was the perfect opportunity to shine. Every driver was searching for grip, but only a few could truly master the changing surface. Leo Vance came alive in these moments. His lap times began to tumble, each circuit faster than the last. He pushed the limits of his car, finding speed where others struggled, and suddenly, he was the fastest man on track. With relentless determination, he hunted down 3rd place, executing a brilliant switchback overtake that left fans and commentators stunned. It was a move that required both courage and precision, and Vance delivered flawlessly. The crowd erupted in excitement. Suddenly, everyone knew his name. The underdog was making headlines, and the energy in the grandstands was electric. But Vance wasn't done yet. He set his sights on 2nd place, relentlessly chasing down the veteran ahead. The pressure was mounting with every corner, every braking zone. Lap after lap, he forced a mistake, a lockup at the hairpin. The veteran faltered under the pressure, tires screeching as smoke billowed from the brakes. Vance seized the moment, slipping through to take 2nd place with a perfectly timed move. The crowd's cheers grew even louder. The Mercedes garage erupted in celebration, team members high-fiving and shouting with joy. Their rookie was now a contender. Only Daniel Ricciardo, a 5-time champion and a legend of the sport, stood between Vance and an improbable victory. The challenge ahead was immense. The gap to the leader was big. But with 10 laps left, hope surged through the paddock and the stands. Anything was possible now. The story had shifted. No longer about the favorites, it was now about the rookie's incredible charge through the field. Every lap, he was rewriting expectations. Every eye in the arena was glued to the silver car as Vance began his pursuit of greatness. The tension was palpable. The grandstands buzzed with anticipation. Fans on their feet, waving flags and shouting encouragement. The atmosphere was electric. The underdog had become the main event, capturing the imagination of everyone watching. This was the story no one saw coming. Could he catch a legend in the final laps? The chase was on, and the world was watching, breathless with anticipation. The final 10 laps became a masterclass in racing, a true showcase of skill, strategy, and nerves of steel. Every move on the track was calculated, every second counted, and the tension was almost tangible as the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows over the circuit. Ricciardo, the seasoned veteran, drew on years of experience to defend his lead. He expertly managed his tires, balancing speed with preservation, feeling every vibration through the steering wheel. His focus was absolute, his hands steady as he adjusted settings and anticipated every challenge. Behind him, Vance was undeterred. The young challenger applied relentless pressure, lap after lap, never letting Ricciardo relax for a moment. He studied every line, searching for the slightest weakness, his determination growing with each circuit. Over the radio, his engineer's calm voice was a lifeline. "Keep the pressure on, Leo. The chance will come." The words echoed in Vance's mind, grounding him, reminding him to trust the process and wait for the perfect moment. Vance trusted his team, his car, and most importantly, himself. He knew that patience and precision would be his greatest weapons against Ricciardo's experience. Lap after lap he closed the gap, inching ever closer, waiting for Ricciardo's tires to fade, and for his own opportunity to strike. With 5 laps to go, the gap shrank, 1/10 at a time. The numbers on the timing screens told the story. The chase was on, and the pressure was mounting. The tension was electric, the crowd was on its feet, every fan holding their breath, eyes glued to the unfolding drama on the track. On the penultimate lap, Vance was finally within DRS range. The rear wing opened, giving him a crucial speed boost and a real shot at the lead. He attacked on the main straight, wheel to wheel at 300 kilometers per hour, both drivers pushing their machines and themselves to the absolute limit. Ricciardo defended hard, using every trick in the book, but Vance held his nerve, refusing to back down as they hurtled into the corner side by side. The duel was breathtaking, youth versus experience, raw ambition against seasoned wisdom, neither giving an inch as the laps ticked down. The battle for the lead was going down to the wire. Every team member, every fan was on edge, knowing that one mistake could decide it all. Every corner, every second, mattered. The smallest error could mean victory or defeat, and both drivers knew it. The rookie was closer than ever, his car almost touching Ricciardo's rear wing, the anticipation building with every heartbeat. The stage was set for a final showdown, a moment that would be remembered for years to come, as 2 generations of racers fought for glory in the dying light. Final lap. Vance was right on Ricciardo's gearbox. He'd shown he wouldn't back down, now he needed something special. Ricciardo defended the inside at the chicane, but Vance braked later, taking the outside line. For a moment, it looked desperate, but it was genius. Vance carried more speed, gaining perfect traction on exit. He slingshotted past Ricciardo in a move of pure brilliance. The Mercedes pit wall erupted in disbelief and joy. Vance led for the final corners, driving flawlessly under pressure. He crossed the line just ahead, a Grand Prix winner. Emotion overwhelmed him as he screamed into the radio. "We did it!" The underdog had triumphed. The perfect lap, under the brightest lights. The forgotten rookie was now a champion. History had been made. The crowd erupted, united in awe for the new winner. Mercedes celebrated a victory they never expected. Leo Vance, once a nobody, was lifted onto his team's shoulders. Tears and smiles, he had arrived as a Grand Prix winner. Ricciardo congratulated him, a champion acknowledging the new force. On the podium, Vance held the trophy high. He belonged. This was no fluke. It was skill, composure, and racing intelligence. He'd conquered chaos, outsmarted legends, and seized his moment. The paddock buzzed. Was this a miracle, or the start of greatness? Formula One always seeks its next legend. Under the 2026 Grand Prix lights, it may have found one. The sport had a new star. Leo Vance's story was just beginning.